Hi, Mike Swanson here, and I just made 3 buys today in Greek stocks. I bought Hellenic Telecom, Navios Maritime, Globus Maritime. I bought. You can see the trades right here, and if you click below at the spreadsheet file, you can see all the historical trades, all my current holdings, or go to the top of the website on the Open Portfolio tab. And if you're new to this site, what I'm doing is something that no one else does. I'm not just giving out stock picks and doing this, stock picks. That's what people tend to sell people, and I want to do something that's real. Most times people don't even own these stocks that they're talking about. They just say this stuff because people just want constant picks. I just want to buy stuff when I think it's the right time and share with you what I'm actually doing. And let's get right to it. Anyway, let's look at the Greek stock market. I've been talking about it since last summer. I've owned GREK since August, and it was the top performing market in the world since the end of January. And then we've had a sharp correction in Europe, which has impacted Greece. And I think if you want to buy into bull markets, the best way to do it is on a dip, and we're getting that dip right now in Greece, and I'm taking advantage of it today. Now, you can't predict exact bottoms and exact tops, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to build positions over time and give myself leeway and room, because this may not be the bottom for these European markets. I think it's a good chance it is, because lots of them appear to have turned up after correcting sharply for 2 months. And today we're getting the Cyprus news. Click below here, there's an article of other charts which I posted before the open about why I think today could be a bottom. I want to talk about the positions here. Let's look at HL Toy first, Hellenic Telecom. It's gone from basically $1 to $4.50 from June to January. I owned it now in an IRA account that I don't have on the website. It's a smaller account, and I bought it way back in August or September and made a killing on it, but I never bought it in my main trading account, which I share with you on the website. And I've been looking for a time to buy into this stock, and I finally got it today, and I'm going to show you the fundamentals for these stocks in a second. The other one I bought was Navios Maritime Partners. It's paying about a 12% dividend here. And shipping stocks have been on fire the past week. Another one that I own is ESEA. You can see it's popped up. I bought it before the breakout here. The shipping stock ETF, in my work, it's breaking out of its stage 1 base here, or it's about to. And a lot of the shipping stocks. Another one that I own, VLCCF. The volume's kicked in. It's going up too. Some of them are just going completely crazy. Like, take a look at Eagle Bulk Shipping here. And I think what's going on in these shipping stocks is I think they're in the process of starting a new bull market. So I'm not only buying into Greece, I'm buying into this hot sector that's turning up. And they're paying big dividends, and the volume's kicking in. And, these are stocks that can, if I'm right, can go up 100% over the next year and pay dividends at the same time. So the other one I bought was also a shipping stock. Now, it's a small cap company. I'll show you in a second. It's almost essentially a penny stock, but it's paying a nice dividend of over 10% too. Actually, it's much high, pretty high dividend, and it's basing out. I think it can break out like that bulk shipping thing. But these are all positions I plan on holding for the next several years, because I think the Greece market, even though the economy's bad there, and I know there's bad news, I think it's going to start showing growth. I think we're essentially at the bottom of this Greek depression, which is what it is, of 25% unemployment, and we'll be turning the corner there and seeing positive growth. And the valuations in Greece are so low. I've talked about this again over the past few months, but the valuations for the Greek stock market is what we saw in the United States at the bottom of the Great Depression. So to me, these are long-term investments, and I'm using this pullback in the Greek stock market to get into more of them, to get a bigger investment exposure in Greece. Now, I'm just buying small positions, and I'm still well diversified in my account. I'm not loading the boat. These positions are actually like 2% positions each, but I'm just building positions over time, like by doing that. So let's look at the fundamentals for these companies. And this is HL Toy, which actually does pay a small dividend of around 2 to 3%. But I want to show you something. The P is 4.79. Okay, this company makes 63 cents a share. And if we look at some of the statistics, it's got price to sales of 46 cents and a fine debt to cash ratio. But the P is 5, and I just want to keep things simple and make a simple point. That's an incredibly small value. The P is less than 5, 4.77. But that's an incredibly small valuation. And there's nothing wrong with this company. It provides telecommunication services for Greece and all throughout Eastern Europe. And people in Greece aren't going to stop using the internet. They're not going to stop using television. They're not going to stop using their cell phones or in the rest of Eastern Europe. And the way I see it is I can go out now and I can buy a stock like Facebook and pay 1,726 per share of earnings, a P of 1,700, or even the S&P 500, which has a P of 14 times last year's earnings, or I can buy HL Toy with a P of less than 5. So for every dollar of earnings I'm investing today, I'm getting $4.77. That's how you invest for the long term. Trading is a different game sometimes. You don't have to look at valuations necessarily if you're just looking for a month-long time frame, which most hedge funds do. Most hedge funds are looking 30 days out because that's the time frame that their investors are evaluating them. Well, I'm not doing that. And that gives me the opportunity to invest looking at valuations and paying 4 or 5 times earnings. That's how you make real wealth in investing over time in the stock market. And that's what I'm doing today. So let's look at the other positions. NMM, a P of 9, but I'm getting the 12% dividend. And then we can look at GLBS. It does have a P of 25, but it's essentially a 15% dividend. But I want to point out to you, it's a small cap, essentially a micro cap of 22 million shares. It's a shipping company just like NMM is. And I like the shipping stocks, as I've been talking about in the Power Investor reports. I highlighted a dozen or so shipping stocks for the Power Investor subscribers about the weekend before last. Those stocks have completely exploded in value. So you can take that kind of information for short-term trading if you want to, or you can use it for more longer-term investing, which is essentially what I'm doing today, these new positions. So I wanted to share that with you. I finally bought some new stocks after about a month or so sitting on the sidelines, and we're seeing corrections play out in Europe, which probably should be near an end here. The U.S. market's been on cruise control, floating around, going up, but the momentum seems to slow down a little bit. But everything's fine, and you use dips if you want to accumulate for the long haul, and we got it. We got the dips in Europe, and I'm taking advantage of it and buying these 3 positions. So that's what I did today, and if you got any questions, leave a comment below, and I'll be talking to you later.